People deluded, I'm back again. I hope you're all doing fine and dandy on this fine Friday and things like that. It's been a long week, it's been a tough week. Just by looking at the weather, it's actually been a horrible week, but we're finally at the end. So, and the good thing is, I know I bring out a lot of content and you guys watch it when it comes out, but you could probably sit down and take in all of my content, and to which we're here for this. The Deluded Cup Show, as we know, you guys put forward things to me. I simply put my hand in this, and then I answer. It's as simple as that, essentially. So yeah, obviously similar to the Q&A, it can't be done without you guys asking me these things. So if I've missed you out, please get in the comments. Thank you for obviously putting forward some things, and yeah, let's crack on, man. I'm wasting time and rambling now, so let's crack on. See what we got today. There's too many in that, pal. One second, people. Oh, that's a good one. You lot don't go easy on me as well. Coaching, scouting, or talking football as you do at a bigger level. Pick one. You can only do one. That is tough, bro. Or if it was a female, it's tough. Whatever the cis, yeah, that was about to say. What's the female version for bro? That would have been dumb. But that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because, I mean, my immediate bias is actually towards coaching and scouting. I mean, if someone could offer me a decent position, I'd start at the very bottom, provided that there's a path for me to go forward. Nothing quite entices me as much as being on a touchline, smelling the grass, post, pre, and during game analysis and things like that. Coaching, that's more coaching. Obviously, I like scouting because I love to see the development of young players, but I actually love to talk about football as well. I probably enjoy it more than I thought I did when I started this whole little stuff. If I had to pick, I'd say coaching. If it actually came to it, if it came to it, I'd say coaching, scouting, and then DG, whatever you like want to refer to that is, purely because, yeah, man, coaching was something I would love to do, man. If there was money in it, if it wasn't a stitch up, I'm still trying, but I'd love to do it, man. I'm not saying Premier League. I mean, I'd love to be the first black manager to win the Premier League and things like that. I don't think that's going to happen for me, but I'll be cheering for whoever it is. But yeah, man, that's if it came down to it. But why couldn't I do both like Thierry? So yeah, thank you for that one. That's a good one. Good question, but it's jarring hearing this. Is Aaron Ramsey an Arsenal legend? Of course not. Like, of course not. The term legend gets thrown away around too easily. I mean, no disrespect to the Arsenal players before me, but if scoring in finals, cup finals, not to belittle it, was what made you a legend, then a lot of players would be a legend. Is Ramsey's an icon, a fan favourite, if anything. I mean, 3 FA Cups, he's been there, he's been a good player, he's been a loyal servant, he's been there as a teenager, and we've seen him grow as a teenager, technically before he could even buy alcohol and them things, to obviously now he's got a beard and he's got a young family. So for me, a fan favorite, but legend, nah. I credit to him for scoring them finals, and that's a big achievement. I'm not trying to belittle it, and I love Aaron Ramsey, but legend, the word legend gets thrown around too easily. If anyone, Santi Cazorla is more of an Arsenal legend in my opinion than Aaron Ramsey, and not even Santi Cazorla can claim to be a legend, because for me, legendary status, that's reserved for the Henrys, the Bergkamps, the Vieiras, the Ian Wrights, Tony Adams, etc. Like, I'm not saying these men weren't good players, but it's a disrespect for me anyways to put them as legends and put them in that bracket, because they ain't as much of a hallmark in Arsenal's history as much as their man there before them. So nah, man, I don't know for that legend stuff. Top 3 political icons. Good one. Marcus Garvey. I don't think I have 3, you know. I'd say Marcus Garvey, I'd say Nelson Mandela. Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela. I don't really think there's a third one, you know. If I can count Arsene Wenger because he's much more than a football manager, then yeah. But other than that, I wouldn't say there's people I admire and things like that and can see where they're coming from and learn from. But icons, it'd be them. What else we got? I think I answered this before. Top 5 rappers at the moment. Are you talking UK or US? It's a tough one, man. If it's US, for me anyways, it would always be Young Dolph. I'm feeling Baby at the moment. Gunner as well. Ain't really any historically there's bare man I listen to, but hot in the game at the moment I'm not too sure. What's the guy that sings "Gotta keep it on me, I won't die"? I'd rather be judged by a 12 than carried by a 6. That song's a banger and he's a banger as well. But yeah, if it's UK, I think I've answered this before. I'm feeling Dig That, Heady One. Lowski. I listen to just about anyone, to be Dave. Just about anyone, to be fair with you. I'll listen to anyone. If your music's hard, I'll listen to it. Unknown T. I'll listen to anything. Asco, K Trapo. Yeah, man, if your thing's hard, you're hard, innit? And someone's asked me about three things on one here. You've asked me Van der Sar or Peter Cech. That's tough. That's very tough. I'm gonna say Van der Sar, but that's a tough one, man. You gotta put respect on Cech. Flip a coin, man. I'm gonna say Cech. I'm gonna say Van der Sar, but it's probably Cech by the time I finish this vid. Someone's asked me Osman Dembele or Dybala. I'd rather Osman Dembele than Dybala, but they're both ballers. Someone's asked me Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand or John Terry. Again, a tough one. Three quality centre halves, not much in it. But if it came down to personal preference, out of all of them, Rio Ferdinand for me, then Sol Campbell, and then John Terry. But take nothing away from John Terry. I mean, all three of them could arguably be better than the other two candidates. So, yeah, it just comes down to personal preference, man. So, in fact, when it comes to... I'll take Rio over both of them. But when it comes to Sol and Terry, it's a tough one for me. I'll go with Sol. I'm an Arsenal man. And I believe Sol was underrated to a degree because people don't admit that he was a world-class centre-half at once upon a time. And, yeah, man. So, that was a good one. What else we got? Tevez or Sergio Aguero? Sergio Aguero. Who else have we got? You asked me Snapper or Escovitch Fish. Snapper, but they're both banging. If you don't know what he's referring to fish people, Caribbean fish. I don't know if anyone else eats them things, but yeah. Boiled or fried dumpling? Fried, man. Of course, fried. No disrespect to the boiled thing, but yeah, man. Fried every day of the week. You know, it's probably unhealthy, technically, but yeah. Cardi B or Rihanna? Rihanna, man. Cardi B's a bad one, though. My last fight, I don't want to talk too tough because it's on Deluded, didn't it? But ironically, a couple months ago, it actually started on public transport and ended with me having to throw a fist. If you know, you know. I don't want to talk about these sort of things because bad mind are watching the thing, innit? Last food that made you ill? Chinese. That's why I'm gonna do them thing there again. Not dealing with Chinese takeaway again. Made me ill. Made me vomit. Never again. I didn't like it. School days. I haven't had Chinese for years. Jumped back on it. Was ill again. Never going back on it again. Finally, last time I cried. Last year when a family member died. Last film I watched, is it Black Klansman? Something like that. So yeah. And someone's asked me our thoughts on gentrification. It's sad. I mean, it's weird because 1 minute chicken shops, for example, were frowned upon. Not that I necessarily care for chicken shops, but they're seen as a great place. I mean, gentrification is going to get the likes of, assuming you're like me who asks this, the normal ones out, and it's just going to have a bunch of rich folks in, but there's nothing we can do. You look at Hackney. I remember when Hackney was, I don't want to say a war zone, but was more or less frowned upon, or a war zone. People were scared. Now you just see skateboards and stuff. I mean, on one hand, it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing because people that have market stalls and things like that are being forced out. People that, yeah, man, blooded the thing. We're doing this thing when people didn't want to touch Hackney. Now danger and excitement and stuff is seen as cool and rad, and you're seeing with this gentrification. I saw, hey, the other day in central London, I saw a patty and cocoa bread for £7.50. I kid you not.